Hello, C++ programmers. In this video, in this Tuesday video, this is like where I say what we are going to do. And then the Thursday video is I report out on what we have done. So I give you feedback on things. So in this Tuesday video, we are going to create the Hello World program. All right, so it's in Module 1 Activities, and it says work through Chapters 0 and 1 in the HTML textbook, and then Chapters 1 and 2 in the PDF textbook. They're not precisely aligned chapter per chapter, but I do like it that we have a PDF course textbook because we can give that to Gemini as our knowledge base, and then we can learn things from Gemini. The Giraffe Academy video is actually in our modules here. It is under important reference material. And it is video. It's the only video I have posted here, the Giraffe Academy C++ course. So I try to present information to you in different ways so that you can become a good programmer. And videos, not only my videos, but videos produced by other people are a way of doing that. Visual Studio documentation, just let me clarify something here. Visual Studio is different than VS Code. All right, it's a different product. It's entirely different. If you are in a programming right now for in a Microsoft shop, you need to learn MS Code, Microsoft Code. So it is different. I will say this about MS Code, and this was in our, I think it's in this textbook here, installing an IDE. Here is an actual warning. This tutorial series does not have complete instructions for VS Code. Visual Studio Code is not a good option for C++ beginners. I agree with this. So if you are using Visual Studio Code, you are on your own. All right? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I totally concur with this. It's just a little tricky to get set up, and my C++ beginners, a lot of them have just quit. They just quit not only C++, but they quit programming because they thought it was so hard. And I mean, programming is a foreign language. It's not any harder than learning Spanish or any other foreign language class. It's not, I don't know if it's easy, but it's not, it's not rocket science. It's not like calculus based. It's not like organic chemistry or something like that. It's not hard, okay? It just takes practice. So anyway, that's what that is, and that's my editorial comment about VS Code. So let's do this. Let's create the Hello World program right now. We're going to create the Hello World program, and then we're going to push that to our remote repository. And I am going to do my best to do that in 10 minutes. So we'll stop this video at 15 minutes. This will be a good demo. All right, so first thing we need to do is to install CLion. I do have CLion installed here, and it is installed. By the way, I believe in another video I showed you that there is a free IntelliJ suite available to you as a student. I just got a new 1 year's license for CLion, but I was always using the trial version of CLion because last semester I was in face-to-face, and every single class, I started over. I started over with the 30-day trial or whatever it was. So it worked fine. But now I can get Sea Lion because I have updated my educator license with IntelliJ. Okay, so all right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to establish a place where we're going to put this project. All right. So I'm on a Windows machine here, but you could do the same thing on a Mac. You just need to get a space for this project. So I'm going to put this project into a directory called, directory is the same thing as the folder, C++ demos, and it is going to be called Hello World 02. All right. It's a new folder. Notice I use camel style or camelback style. It means no spaces. Spaces are generally bad around computers, so I avoid them. Anyway, so I have a folder here named Hello World 02. Now I go to my Sea Lion, which is here. I start Sea Lion. I think I have an instance of it already started somewhere, right? Nope, I don't. It's firing up. Okay, it's in an existing project here. This is what you get to look forward to. You are going to eventually be doing this. We're going to be making HTTPS calls. We're going to use JSON. We're going to create a REST API, or we're going to use a REST API. But anyway, first things first, let's create the Hello World program. So what I do is create a new project. So click on this new project. Now the location, it's important that you just don't accept the default location. Go to the location where you know your code is, because that's what you're going to push to your remote repository. So remember what my location was? It was 2026 Spring, CPP Demos, Hello World 02. Okay, so select that folder. Boom. This is where my code is going to go. I like to use C++ 17 just because that standard works best when we get into client-server programming towards the end of the class, but you could experiment with different standards. And certainly, if you're on the job and you're working for aerospace or something like that, and you have a particular standard that you need to code with, obviously, use that as well. All right, so create that. I'll create it in a new window. And okay, well, we got a lot of stuff here, but this isn't really what we wanted, right? First of all, I specified in my instructions that I wanted a project or a source file named helloworld.cpp. All right, so right now I have this program named main.cpp. Where did this come from? Well, this came from Sea Lion. It was trying to help me out, right? So it wanted me to write this code for me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to strip all these comments away. I'm just going to do my best to get rid of them. I don't need any tips. I do need that include. I need the IO stream library, okay? But let's get rid of all of these other things. Let's just get rid of everything here. Can you delete that? Just cut it. There we go. All right, that is pretty good. So, I like to, and you'll find this in the reading, using namespace std. Using namespace std. So when I use this using namespace std, I do not have to preface a lot of my output like cout with std. I can just say this, cout. Yep, and I can do exactly this. And now I have my Hello World program. See, Hello World. Let's enhance this a little bit. Let's add a couple new lines here. Start this, and to end it, \n. You'll learn about these. All right. So I just click on the play button and Hello World. Okay, so almost there, but what is the problem? The problem is that it's main.cpp here, and I cannot just right click and rename this. I have to what is called refactor this. So I need to change this main to Hello World, right? Because that's what I specified in the assignment. So right click, and C-Line does give you a shortcut here. It's a refactor shortcut called rename, but you have to do this. The IDEs are nice. They do a lot of stuff for us, and they make our programming lives a lot better because we can do things really quickly, and we're less prone to be making mistakes. If we don't type things, we just use suggestions from the IDE itself. So they're really good in that regard. But in this case, we need to rename this from main to Hello World. So no big deal. We just Hello World. Make sure I spelled it right. There we go. Hello World.cpp. Next, and that's it. Now you can see it's Hello World.cpp. Let's just run this again. Make sure that works. Hello World. Okay. So our program is done. Now, where is it? If you look closely here in your project, you can see the path. It's a little bit hard to see because it is grayed out. Let me go to settings. Did that make it any better? Easier to see. Okay, right here, see this. So our project is named Hello World 02. But where is our project? In what folder is our project? It's in this folder that we created. That's the first thing we did, was we created this folder on our local machine, right? Hello World 02. So I need to look for Hello World.cpp in this folder. All right. So no big deal. I use Windows. I'm on a Windows machine, so I use Windows File Explorer. I open up hello world 02, and sure enough, here is hello world.cpp. Now, how do I prove to myself that this is the actual file? Well, I can look at the date and time, and then I can also maybe open this with a text editor called Sublime Text. This is just a text editor, but you can see this is just a text file, right? So this is, in fact, the text file that I need to push to my remote repository. Okay? So far, so good. So now that we know where our source code is, we need to go back to our class, right? Go to modules. And if you're doing this for the first time, this is my demo on how to do this. It says remote repo module 01. I use a thing called GitHub Classroom. So for this, you do need a GitHub account. All programmers need a GitHub account. It's free. It's hosted by Microsoft. I don't own any Microsoft stock. This is not an endorsement for Microsoft, but you do need a GitHub account. So it's free to create one. Just create one. I would suggest, just pro tip, do not create it with your Fresno City College email address, because it will use that as your username. Create it with your Gmail address, your Gmail name, because that will follow you after you leave Fresno City College, of course. All right, so you have a GitHub account. Click on Remote Repository. Now select your name. Be careful not to select anyone else's name. I'm telling you, it's hard. I can easily add students, but it's hard for me to change students. And in the past, I've actually had to, just delete accounts. And it just be very careful. Just please select your own name here. All right. So, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, and it's not the end of the world. But just take a breath and make sure that you slowly and correctly choose your name. So this is me, Dennis Moll. This is what I want. I select this. I want to accept this assignment. CIT-66, that's the name of our class. Spring 26, it's the current semester. And I accept this assignment. Okay? And your assignment repository has been created. It's fine. Everything's going great. Just click on this. Boom. I am now in my remote repository. And now I just need to add file. I upload my files. Choose your files. Now this is going to ask me to choose it on my local machine. That's why I made such a big deal about knowing where my source code was, right? So remember, it was in 2026 spring. This is on my machine. You can name it anything you want. You could even put it on your desktop, wherever, but the main thing is where your source code is. Mine was in C++ demos and in a folder called Hello World 02. All right, and here's that source code, Hello World CPP. Click on Open. Almost done. Do not forget this. You need to commit. If there's one thing my beginning programming students do, they do not do this. They just link off this page. They go on to the next subject, but they don't commit, and then they send me alarming emails saying GitHub is not working. Now, GitHub is working just fine. GitHub Classroom is working just fine. It's just that you, the programmer, did not commit. So commit those changes, and now you're done. Okay, that is it. Now, what this looks like to me as your professor is I can go to this class. Here's this class, and I can look and I can see what Dennis Moll has submitted. I look in his repository. Boom, he put hello world. I can even look at that and code looks beautiful. Good, full credit, okay? So that's how to create the Hello World program and actually how to submit it in the remote repository, what I call the remote repository that is on our Canvas shell. All right, how did I do time-wise? 20 minutes. So 5 minutes over. Hopefully you stayed till the end here, and I'll check in with you on Thursday. I would like everyone to, between now and Thursday, to do exactly what I did here, to successfully install CLion, or again, if you're advanced and you're using VS Code, create the Hello World program, find your own name on the remote repository and link to that and submit it. All right. So I would like to see exactly. I think we have 34 students in the class. I would like to see 34 submissions when I look at GitHub Classroom on Thursday. Okay, that's your goal. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday.